It is now 11:11. It is now 11:11 on this beautiful day, and so take a beautiful deep breath in. Type in your 4 1s, the of the spirit realm, and listen to spirit. Listen to what spirit has to say to you. Your energy is in receipt from all things positive. Your willingness to receive is the only thing you're giving right now. When you come in to Spiritual Guidance Academy's videos and to our training and to our workshops, you must, it is a requirement that you type in your 4 1s, the opening of the spirit realm. We use a hashtag, which is the #, so that we can spread the word out there. So anyone that types in hashtag 1111 knows why it is that powerful. So type in your 4 1s, the opening of the spirit realm. And if you are unable to find the chat, I think it's a little little icon that looks like a message with lines in it in most of the case. But you are required to do that here, and I totally understand. If you don't want to, you don't have to stay. It is a requirement. When you are typing in your 4 1s, the opening of the spirit realm, you are in agreement with the universal energies that are blessing each and every one of us. But there is also a duty as the shaman that you already are. You may not be ready to recognize that within yourself. You may not believe that you are a shaman. But let me remind you that you have a very personal, private connection with the Most High. You are not a human being first, and you are not a human being first. There is something way lighter connected with Source. That light energy is the soul within you. If that makes sense, hit the thumbs up button for me, and that lets me know I'm not preaching to the choir. Thank you so much. So when you are here, that is a requirement to come in and type in your #1111, because that is you giving to others. That is you spreading the light as the light worker that you are. A light worker simply takes their energy, their positivity, their good, and in that motion of action is giving to others. You are healing energy that you don't even know about yet. So in that fluid action, that dutiful motion, You are changing and healing others that are assigned to you without you needing to know what their name is. Where do they live? Where is their origin on this beautiful earth in the physical realm? Are they in the same country as you? Are they the same age? You don't need to know their situation at all. A shaman moves fluidly in flow, tandem with the energies around her or him. So a shaman is not specific on gender. So in my own limitation as part human, you will hear me say that towards angels, ascended masters, maybe even God. You will certainly hear me say that within myself because that is something that is human, that is identifiable, gender. But it certainly does not coincide with spiritual. So you have to know the difference. And a shaman, by definition, is what we're going to talk about today, but we're also going to talk about what is that is spiritual and how do you fit in. So thank you so much. I'm Nicole. I'm a 7th generational shaman, a spiritual guide. I'm very comfortable and confident in saying that I channel from the Most High. If you're not familiar with who I am and what we do here, I strongly encourage you to check us out at spiritualguidanceacademy.com and get involved. Get involved. We have a very intense shamanic training masterclass for the modern mystic, for the light worker. Whether you choose to do this professionally, which yes is in the exchange of money, or you choose to do this without the exchange of money and just be of service to others or just yourself or maybe yourself and your family. That's fine too. But I encourage you to do that. So welcome and thank you for subscribing and hitting the like button because that lets my human feel really, really good. And it makes sense to her as to why we should come over with free spiritual guidance videos because it is free to subscribe to YouTube. It is free to watch the videos and obtain the value that I pray that you're receiving. And hitting that thumbs up button and participating lets me know that I'm providing value. So a shaman is a person, by definition, a person. If you Google a shaman's definition, you'll see a person, which means the definition that we are taught is a shaman is by third dimensional definition. That's limiting in and of itself. So please understand that definition was created by someone outside of yourself, someone outside of your personal experiences, someone certainly that is unfamiliar with the spiritual connection you have that is not within your human. It is not the person first. So that's first off. A person regarded means that they are recognized, they are appreciated, they are valued as, they are identified as. Having access to and influence in. We all have access to, we all are influential in. And that's not what that's saying. It's saying that a person regarded as having access to and influence in. But know that we all have what they're about to continue and say. The world of good and evil spirits. That definition is very linear. Good and evil. Who defined that? Who defines what good is and what evil is and what good is not and what evil is not? So just remember that you are that powerful. When you define what this means because you're experiencing it and no one gets to say otherwise. So that's the other thing here. So even in definition, we have to really break down what we are and what we are not, because it is in accordance to someone else's perception of us. So I'm going to read the rest all the way through. I'm going to break it down. A person regarded as having access to and influence in the world of good and evil spirits, especially among some peoples of Northern Asia and Northern America. Typically, such people enter a trance state during a ritual and practice divination and healing. What is the role of a shaman? By definition, a shaman is a religious or mystical expert, male or female. Well, I feel sorry for you who don't identify with gender. Male or female, the only options. Who, in traditional Aboriginal societies, okay, so I'm not from Aboriginal society, so I guess maybe that puts me out too, functions as a healer. So you might be saying, well, I'm an energy healer. Well, not according to this. You're not a shaman, according to definition. You can laugh. It's okay. Prophet. Okay, so now we're going back to religious umbrella definition. So that gives you a clear understanding of the perception of the definition they have out there for you to recognize, are you a shaman or are you not? And custodian of cultural tradition. So are you the custody? Are you the keeper of cultural tradition? Were you taught that? Are you supposed to just go about life knowing that? The custodian. So all on you? And who told you that? And if someone didn't tell you that, then how else were you supposed to know besides reading this definition created by someone else? So all of that to say, here's a good one. What religion is shamanism, based on? What religion is shamanism based on? Go ahead and comment what your answer is. What do you think they have it at here as a definition? Don't cheat. Don't Google it. What religion is shamanism based on? Many formalized religions, this is according to the definition, from Buddhism to Christianity, came from ancient shamanic roots and still bear the shamanic threads of deep connection to the divine in all things. But shamanism itself is not a formalized system of beliefs or an ideology. Where is shamanism practiced today? This will throw you for a loop. Anybody in the United States? I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. Where are you at? Comment in the comment section where you're at. Where is shamanism practiced today? And then we're going to get into the meat of what exactly a shaman is and how do you know. Okay, thank you so much for participating. I can't see what you're writing yet because I'm on another tab reading the definitions. Excuse me, but I will, so I thank you. So now that you've typed in there in the comment section where you're from, where are you located in this beautiful physical realm? By definition, where is shamanism practiced today? Shamanism also spread to East and some of Southeast Asia, only some of Southeast Asia, not all. So don't get too comfortable and too confident that you're practicing shamanism if you're in Southeast Asia. It's not all areas, so not all. You might not fit the mold according to this definition. The places that ancient shamanism was present are the same ones it is prevalent today. So let's say you move from your place of origin, you moved from where generationally you've got roots. Say you moved to New York City and originally you are from Siberia. You don't apply anymore. You can't practice outside of that area according to this definition. Shamanism is strong in Siberia, Tibet, Korea, Mongolia, Alaska, the Amazon, Canada, and Scandinavia, period. So my point is this. We must be very careful in who we believe, and we must be very confident in believing our spiritual gifts, our spiritual connection with divine source. We must be very aware of the third dimensional life versus the spirit realm. And we have to pay attention to the fluidity in both worlds and the worlds to come and the other worlds out there. Do any of us know as human beings all of the worlds that exist? I don't believe that at all. We live a very limited life in this physical realm as a human being, but we are also a dual being. We are the soul first, and you are the soul within your human. And so shamanism, in my humble definition, based on my experiences and my knowledge and wisdom, based on my research and my secrets that have been passed down through our generation and our bloodline and our family. Shamanism is the love. Not once was that mentioned in those definitions. Shamanism is a profoundly deep love, appreciation, a respect, a veneration for what exists outside of human limitation. Shamanism is available to all. Shamanism are the messages you hear from the ethers, the airwaves. Shamanism is waking up, as one of my clients just text messaged me, my coaching client, waking up to 3333, specifically what his eyes were drawn to, 3333. Shamanism is recognizing the balance in the physical realm and the spiritual realm. And shamanism is that connection between both worlds. When you recognize that you're a healer, because you are that, make no mistake about it, you're born a healer. Your energy is healing others and the energy around you, but it also heals yourself first. That's called improvement. And when you know that shamanism is a part of being an energy healer, you also know that you are a lot more than what definitions can make you out to be. Does anybody else agree with that? Type yes and hit the thumbs up button if you believe that. We've got people coming in. Make sure that you're typing in your 4 1s, pound or hashtag 4 1s, so that when people search the 4 1s, they'll do it by the hashtag and they'll be able to find out what is really going on in their spiritual life. That helps us be a collective, light working family that is on purpose with our actions. We are not letting life happen to us. We are being active participants in our spiritual journey, and we are collectively affecting the change that we must see. So I thank you so much. Grand Rising, Deanna. Happy, beautifully blessed Sunday. Callie, thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you everybody for being here. Alexis, thank you so much. Love and elevation. It's a beautiful blessing to see you, dear Gabby. Thank you so much, everybody. Bridget, thank you so much, everyone who's tuning in. And for people that haven't acknowledged your presence, please make sure that we see you. And because we appreciate you and we want to make sure you feel loved and supported, and that's very important because you're family. A shaman is the black sheep in human definition. It means you're the oddball. That means you're the one where people are saying, don't bring that spiritual stuff around here. What you doing, practicing voodoo? I don't know about all that with those cards. Here you go with all that spiritual stuff. What is spiritual guidance? Why don't you just go to church? You need Jesus. Oh my gosh, what are you doing with crystals? Crystals are evil. I don't know. No, don't bring that over here. You just need to go on ahead and turn it up. When you want to go on a spiritual retreat for your solar return. You're the oddball. You are the one. And so I want you to really look at that. Look at the human definition, and you're going to see that in traditional circles, absolutely. Aboriginal, absolutely. Not limited to. Look back in your own bloodline. The elders. Who are they around? Nobody. You went to the elders. You hung out with them if you were blessed to have that. Sometimes the elders were with each other. That's it. Were they always talking? No. They were as silent as a wise tree, as still as every tree in that forest. Noble, silent. The wisdom surging through them was just overwhelmingly empowering. So much so you wanted to be around them, not around your friends, not around the rest of your family. So you, my dear, have been gifted with that. You are a shaman. You are the one that people want to be around. You are the one that kids gravitate towards. Are you not? Are you not? If you know I'm telling the truth, comment, hit that thumbs up button. Let me know. Because it is true that a shaman, their energy speaks for itself. It was very difficult for me to acknowledge myself as a shaman because I'm goofy. I am the first one to laugh at myself. I make mistakes, but honey, when it comes to spiritual guidance, that's my jam. That is my love. I prayed for Spirit to send my daughter to the right camp. First of all, we manifested the camp, right? We manifested the camp, and it's a cheer camp. And lo and behold, the confirmation, because you know I follow my 7 steps. If you haven't gotten the book, make sure you get the book. Let me show you the book. I think I got it in here. And I'm sitting in the dark. So you see it very dark in here. And I'm sitting in the dark on purpose. Because you need to welcome isolation. We must hear from the Most High. Okay? So get the book. It's over on Amazon. The 7 Steps to Master Any Spiritual Awakening. So I use those steps. This is the book that I wrote. I wrote it for you. It is a guidebook. And I use this. This is how I have lived my life. So in this book, you're going to see me ask you questions. I ask you a question here. You can notate right here. So this is a book for you to really not let anyone else see. It is private. It is personal. And use it for that, because you're going to go back to it. So the 7th step is confirmation. And lo and behold, after my daughter manifested this for more friends, and friends she wanted, that's a big deal. That's how powerful you are. It's not just friends that you want through every cycle of life, whether you're an adult at any age or whether you're a young adult child, it doesn't matter. If that's what you're seeking, you have the right to use the shamanism in you. Use your power as the shaman you are in the cycle of life that you are in, and manifest it the way you really want it. So she wants specific friends that she wanted, that she could identify with, that identify with her. Friends with likes and wants the same. Friends that can appreciate what she's going through right now, because they're going through it too. That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be the same age group, right? And so very specifically, she manifested 4 friends that are identical in her life right now. And lo and behold, when I asked Spirit for confirmation and thank you, because you're showing gratitude through every step of the way, because you're thankful to have that much power as the shaman you are. Lo and behold, she tells me that 1111, one coach in that cheer program, says it's 1111, make a wish. And they stop what they're doing and they raise it up. And I literally fell apart when she told me that. Are you telling me? She said, yes, Mama. I said, well, first of all, we don't make a wish. So I go straight into teacher mode. And second of all, what did you just say to me? A coach is recognizing 1111 at cheer camp? So you've been raising your vibration at 1111 every single day and you haven't been telling me? That's the Most High. That's that power that you have. So yes, identifying, right? And so you have that power to manifest everything that you want. Does it happen overnight? Sometimes it does. And so others, you have to use the strength that you are gifted with, and you have to pull from the resources that you have. Some of those resources are the tree that you're looking at, the grass, the blades of grass. Some of those resources are your crystals. Okay? Some of them are your crystals. Okay? Some of them are your cards. Okay? Some of them are sound. You have to use the tools that we are gifted with, that our ancestors also help us with. Some of them are your sage. Okay? Some of them are your Palo Santo. So use them. Use it. Okay? Use your tools, your elixirs, your holy water, your holy oil. Use them. But also recognize the power that's within, and you're using these gifts and you're using the resources to accentuate and to deepen and to strengthen your gifts and to build your confidence, because no, we don't walk around as a modern mystic. We don't walk around with paint on our face. We don't have to walk around with a turban all the doggone time. Yes, we can cut our hair. We can get our nails done. We can go and play basketball. We can have different preferences in our sexual life. We can have different relationships. We can make mistakes. We can have a sip of wine and drink and cuss sometimes. I just love that word, cuss, instead of swearing. I love cuss. We can laugh at ourselves. Why? Because we're in this third dimension, and that doesn't take away from our spiritual power. It actually strengthens us because, honey, you're not in a cult, and you are absolutely not in a rainforest community that's recognizing you as a chosen one. You've got responsibilities, obligations, you've got family, you've got desires and needs that are physical and carnal. There's that word, carnal. Right? Carnal. Carnal. That sounds so forbidden. Right? What's the other one? The type of music. What's that word? I think it starts with an S. I'm seeing an S. And you play the music and it's so not Christian. And what's the word that they use? They meaning anyone that's definitely recognizing you as you're crazy. You're not a shaman. How dare you even think that you have this deepened connection? Because in fact, they are of the world. You're not. What's that word that's termed that they use for music? That it is, my sister threw that at me one year and I was like, what? But I like Houdini and I like Tupac. Yes, Bridget. And I love me some Lil Kim and Mary J. Blige. Secular? What does that mean? You mean to tell me that we're going to be in this car for 15 hours and all we can listen to is Christian gospels? No. The next stop we're at, let me get me some headphones. This is not going to work. And at the same time, I know my spiritual gifts. I know my connection with divine source. I know what I want. I know what I don't want. I know what I'm not going to be of, which is of the world that says that I have to be put in a box. Right? And so, yes. You get to laugh at yourself, Callie. Right, Bridget? You get to tell them, what? Who made up that word secular? The same person that made up the word for, what's the other word? What's that word? Pagan. Pagan. Anything not Christian. That's pagan. So that's Muslim, that's Buddhism, that's Baha'i faith, that's any other religion that's not Christian. Did you know that? That's pagan. That's pagan. Anything that's not Christian. So who made that? My stepfather told me that when my mom passed, I said, you threw out her stuff? How dare you? He threw out, it was just last year, right after her funeral. He threw out her big You guys have seen these before. The big scarecrow and the laugh, the smiley scarecrow put out there for trick or treaters, and the haystack, and the little, it's like the wife and husband think couple, and they're sitting on the haystack and stuff like that. We had our scarecrows at our house too. Threw them out. I said, how'd you throw them out? How could you do that? She's all about that. And she's the most spiritual person I knew. And he said, did you know that those are pagan? First of all, mister, I just learned how to pray because of mama. First of all, after being married for 50 years, pagan, you're a pagan. He was like, what? Like, he looked at me like, I said, you're a pagan. We're all pagans. We were raised as a Baha'i. The Baha'i faith is not Christian. It's actually kind of a sect from Muslim faith. And they broke off from the Muslim religion because of the inequality towards women and the lack of unity. And it was a more progressive religion in the 1800s that believed in we're all flowers of one garden. So, yep, pagan. Both hands up. Tattoos. Oh, gosh. Tattoos. Now, you messed up with tattoos. But tattoos go back to what? Shamanism. Tattoos go back to being that black sheep, the unique one, the weird one, and the one who has disgraced their body. Oh my gosh. Some people are living in such cages. They want a tattoo so much that they get one on the bottom of their foot so nobody can see it. On their inner thigh so that nobody, I don't care if they got a bikini on or anything like that, they're going to get it right up on their hip so that nobody ever in life will be able to see it. Child, please, when I was just starting corporate America, starting that little journey, thinking that I was going to retire from corporate America, I wanted a tattoo on my neck so doggone bad. So bad. Oh my gosh. And I knew I was supposed to get one on my neck. And I knew they would fire me right at the second of seeing it. Manager, first black manager at AT&T, built my team to over 100 people that off the street, never worked for a professional company ever in their life. So they were coming in with fishnet pantyhose, stockings, looking like they came in from the club the night before, just didn't even change clothes. That's how they were coming in. I don't care. I'm going to make this department the way I want to make it, and I'm going to train people that deserve to have a job because everybody deserves to not want for nothing. Nobody deserves to feel like you have to be dependent upon somebody else, especially if you got babies. So I was pulling people off the street. Management hated it. The general manager couldn't stand it. They were racist and everything else. And I'm going to tell you how that came out. But at the same time of doing all of that, I wanted a tattoo on my neck, the side of my neck. So big ups to everybody that's got a tattoo on the side of your neck, because I absolutely love it. I think it's one of the sexiest things ever. I love it. So I was telling my mom, Mama, how do I do this? She was like, okay, well, first of all, I'm coming with you. And let's ask God. Let's ask God, how are you supposed to do this? And what you gonna get? And I'm like, oh, I don't know. That's why we got to ask God. Okay, we ask God. Boom. Got our spiritual guidance. We know exactly what we're going to do. Okay. So my mom went with me, got the tattoo on my neck. After about the 7th do-over, she was so particular. I was so happy, so grateful. She, you get the press-on thing, and it's got to be perfect. Or you got to take the alcohol, get it off before you do it permanent, right? About the 7th time, I'm like, I know that's right. Thank you so much. It was perfect. Got the tattoo on my neck. My hair was short then. So it was on the back of my neck instead of the side of my neck. I say all that to say we go through life, this third dimension, and you are still a shaman. You are still hearing from the Most High. You are still counseling others. You are still connected to divine source. You are still receiving messages from the spirit realm. You are still paying attention to your dreams. You are still asking God first before you seek validation from anybody else. You are still so deeply connected in your spiritual experiences that you just zone out. You tap out of the third dimension and you do what's right because you know it's right, regardless of what you think you're going to get in return. A shaman just acts on that. Now, that being shared, are you a shaman? Are you a shaman? With everything that we just shared, are you a shaman? You are the definition of a shaman. You are a modern mystic. We don't look like genies unless you make yourself into that identifiable concept that you've been taught. Now you got to buy new clothes because you know you didn't have none of those clothes in your closet. You just have to be you. And you just have to continue to deepen your relationship with the Most High. But be careful that you feel like you have to be of this world to recognize the beauty within yourself. You are already that. My job is to help you master that. My job is to help you touch things and know what the origin of that thing was. My job is to help you help those lost souls that have keep coming to you that constantly ask for your help, but you're too afraid because you're still identifying yourself in the third dimension of how you were defined and how shamanism is defined. My job is to help you master your spiritual gifts as the healer that you already are. And no, you don't have to go to somebody that is associated with celebrity status that's going to charge you 1,000, 5,000, 7,000 for spiritual woo-woo, for things you already know to do and can care less if you practice it. I want you to practice it. I don't want you to go through life thinking if you say you're a light worker, you are. No, you're not. You're a light worker when you act like that. You're a light worker when you actually help others. You're a light worker. You can be a light sayer. I think I'm a light thinker. Okay, no, that's not good enough in this third dimension. Anybody can do that, but not everybody can be a light worker because you've got to do the work. So you can expect that. The shamanic masterclass that we have going on now is 90 days of live interaction with you and me and the rest of us enrolled. And I can tell you, I can guarantee you that you will get results. You will get what you came there for if you do the work. And it is interactive. And you are going to learn how to use your gifts. And yes, you have multiple gifts. And no, you don't have to do it for money, but absolutely you can. And I encourage you to do that because just as you have mentors, just as you have people out there that you look up to and you look at their YouTube channel and you look at the interviews on Oprah and you look at all on Gaia and you look at Mind Valley and you look at all these public speakers and encouraging souls that you look up to. You are your own definition of a shaman. You are your own capsule of a modern mystic. And you absolutely should get paid for the energy healing that you are doing at your level. Stay in your own lane, but let your lane be illuminated. Let your own glow sticks come on out so that everybody sees you. I want you to see yourself in the light that our Creator sees you in and has you in. It does take for you to not play it small, and I've been there. I just leveled up to the next place in my career just now, just this last week. And it took a massive amount of work. And I'm still scared to life about it. In all areas of my life, I'm scared to life. But I'm going to do it anyway because people are assigned to me that I do not know about yet. And those of you are assigned to me to help because you've got work to do and you've got people assigned to you. So that's helping and serving the masses, is that you do it in your lane. My lane is not yours. You have people assigned to you in your lane. So we've got to light that lane up so that people can be directed to you. And lighting that up is doing the work. And also it's just accepting that exchange of energy, of money. My daughter, YouTube creator. My daughter's got over 100 subscribers. God bless her. Thank you so much, Divine Source. Doing the work. My daughter gets more views than I do. Oh my gosh. How grateful am I? How grateful am I? Had a video that's, I think it was 7,000 views. How grateful. She's lighting up her lane. My son, business owner. Excellent customer service. Unique, goes out there, drums up business. Got the whole area. We just got some special edition in, some limited edition, lemon ice, red, white, and blue. Better come get it. Somebody's there. Somebody will help you. Just knock on the door. 10, 12 years old. If you are not self-motivated to be obedient to divine source and max out your third dimensional life, I can't do it for you. But what I can do is provide the tools and the resources, the strategies and the methods that I've learned over years. And we can cry together, but we won't stay there. Because what I don't do is celebrate victimhood. What I do is absolute celebrate your power. And you've got to learn how to help the people that are coming to you, because they're going to keep coming. I guarantee you. People that are coming to you see your light, they see your ability to heal others, and they want some of that because that's what you came here to do. So look at that. Where are you healing others? Where are people gravitated towards you? What do people love about you? What do they appreciate from you? What kind of value do you give? And then be open to that exchange of money, because when you're not, the universe is out of balance in your frequency. And if we're not flowing with that give and receiving, we're actually making everybody we're connected to out of balance. So hear me when I say this other part, and then we're going to go ahead and close. When we are out of balance with the universe, as the powerful souls we are angry. We are complaining. We are miserable. We are making excuses. We are stuck. Year after year, we look up and we say, oh my gosh, it's another year that's gone by. What have I done? and you realize you haven't done anything. You may have even gone backwards. You may be going back to jobs that you don't want because you fear your own success. You fear stepping out into a whole new light, getting out of that broken lane that was already bombed by landmines. It is now a garbage dump because it's toxic. You'd rather go back to that environment versus going in this new path that has been illuminated for you to succeed, for your legacy, generationally. It's lit up. Spirit has sent you so many signs. Spirit has sent me, speaking through me, to give you your spiritual guidance. And yet, some of you will still go back to that broken landfill of a life. And that's just the way it is. Some of you will come out of it. You'll come out of it with that burst of, I cannot do that life anymore. That's not my life. I refuse to go back anymore. I refuse to live like that. And that's what it takes, is that self-motivation. Now, I've got the tools to help you get there, but you've got to take the action. I certainly look forward to seeing you in our Shamanic Modern Mystic Masterclass, because you got some people to help. You got some souls to help. You got some things to do. And you've got not more time to do it. Time is, every time we go forward, that's less time to make this happen for yourself and for your legacy. And let's say that you don't have any kids yet. You still have a legacy. What is your legacy going to be? What are you going to do in this third dimension? What kind of mark are you going to leave on this earth? What are you going to do to help other people? You are not average. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. You are not normal. You already know that. You are gifted. You are talented. You know how to do certain things like nobody else. Spirit gifts you with that confirmation through everybody that receives from you. And so when are you going to start receiving from that same source that you're giving to? When are you going to step out of your old skin instead of continuing to put it back on? We, as part human, just as any other animal, living being, shed skin, outer layers of ourself. Some shed the whole house, the crab, the snail. We outgrow our old shell of a being for a reason. And then we are to feel vulnerable and exposed and wide open. We are to feel bare bone naked down to our skeleton. And during that in-between is when we grow. It's when we make that decision to either pick that old shell back up, that old decrepit skin, those old feathers, and try to put them back in, or we decide to move forward, exposed, vulnerable, scared to life, trusting in our higher power that what we're doing is right. Stepping out on faith instead of feeding fear, and living on purpose. So our shamanic masterclass is right there for you. I can't enroll you. You must enroll yourself. You're going to be with me for 90 days live. It is going to be intense. You will graduate knowing absolutely how to master your gifts, how to make money with integrity. As the professional that you are. Do you need to say you're a shaman? No. There's mathematicians that are shamans, but you will be able to freely give and learn how to receive. Is it always money that we receive? Absolutely not. So there's layers there. You will learn how to unapologetically be who you are because that person already exists. Because you, the soul, is that person. You're a dual being. So as you transform and you transcend the energy from within, you're going to learn how to do that with the energy outside of you in that master class. You're going to learn spells. That's right, I said it, spells. And you're going to learn specific mantras and sequences, specific affirmations, and how to do that to manifest your desired outcome. I'm going to share very specific personal experiences going from love with my twin flame, with profession, with family, health, all of the above, step by step by step by step, so that you can recognize it within your own life. And so much more than I can put in a couple of minutes here. And that's why we have 90 days together. And you won't feel like you're going back to school. Heaven forbid. No one needs that. What we need is understanding that we are shamans in the third dimension, in the modern world, but we don't want to be of this world. And so that understanding in that safe space is within this master class. So let me go ahead and make sure you have the link. Click on the link so that you can enroll. And we're going to get started very soon. It is specifically timed for enrollment. So it's starting in a couple of weeks, and I look forward to it. It's going to be amazing. Everybody, thank you so very much. Thank you for sharing this video around, and I thank you so much for commenting, for sharing and participating. If you haven't typed in your 4 1s, the pound 4 1s or hashtag 4 1s, please do that and create that space of spiritual guidance that's going to come right to you. That is divine source, and that's saying, hey, I'm listening. Please show me my spiritual guidance the way that I can receive it. Have a beautifully blessed day. I love y'all to life.